I've talked a little bit about some games I'm anticipating for 2026, but what are the most anticipated tabletop RPGs of 2026 for us?
Well, Baldur's Gate 3 is not one
Bum,
of them, but I can't tell you what the most anticipated titles of 2026 are, Jess.
No?
why not?
I cannot because voting is in progress. And I won't know until mid-January. However, as you may recall, nominations were up 2 or 3 weeks ago. Lots of people came along and nominated games for their most anticipated TTRPG of 2026. And now the poll is up. It's going to be up for 3 weeks. There's a list of, I think it's like 40 odd different games there. I don't know if you've looked at the list at all or voted yet, but
No,
there's lots
I
and
haven't
lots of
voted.
games
I've
on there.
been looking at the list. There's it's a long old list.
It's there. It's always a long list. There's always a long list. I voted for, what did I vote for? I voted for Discworld Adventures in Ankh-Morpork from Modifius. And I voted for Pelgrane Press's Merryshire Detective Club.
That looks fun, yeah.
And I voted for Pioneer by Mongoose Publishing. Interestingly, I notice all three British companies, not deliberately in any way whatsoever, just turns out that way, but all three of my votes, because you can only vote for three, were for British companies.
I don't know
Totally
if
by
it's
coincidence.
most anticipated games for me because I'm in the sense that I want to go out and buy them. I'm desperate to play them. But the ones I'm most intrigued about what they're going to do with it is the Assassin's Creed game because the tabletop role-playing game because I like the digital game and I'm interested how you're going to get that feel in a tabletop sense. And I'm also very intrigued by the Apocalypse World Burned Over. What are the changes and differences going to be in that? And Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 5th edition. They're the ones I'm most interested to see, but that's more from I wonder what you're going to do with it, what the changes, what the differences from kind of one more technical game design point of view I'm interested in. Actually, to play Twilight Sword by Two Little Mice, actually, that's one I'm like, oh, I want to play that. That's the most on that list, I think.
You can only choose three, though, Jess. You have to pick three of those.
I know. So that's why I haven't voted yet. Because I'm like, do I go with what I want to play the most or the ones that I'm most interested in reading? Because, there's some games you get, you're like, oh, I might not, rush to run and play this, but I'm intrigued to read through and see what they've done.
I guess it's just how you define anticipated for yourself, I guess.
Exactly.
Everyone will have different criteria for why they anticipate a game. You just choose what works for you, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the Black Company.
Yes.
Because that is one of my favourite series still, from the 80s and deeply problematic as it is, but I do like it.
Are you going to be doing
Dream Publishing there? Yeah.
Are you going to be doing the playtesting for that? Because I think they're open for playtesting at the moment.
I don't have the spoons to. I'm currently running a campaign. I've started about them, but I'm currently running a campaign of 13th Age 2nd edition, and at some point, when I get my brain back in order, I will probably try to run 13th Age 2nd edition as opposed to 1st edition. It's just introducing people to it, and I've got this lovely enormous box set of the Voyager's Codex that I feel could do a thing, plus all the various bits and bobs that I would quite like to playtest for Advanced 5th edition, because I've got a lot of stuff, and being part of a playtest as well would require more organisation than even I possess.
Fair.
I'm also starting up a Southampton-based organised play, so it's like Adventurers League, but much more local, and with the 4 different versions of 5th edition that I'm familiar with being legal characters to play.
Okay.
So that's going to be a challenge, but I'm looking forward to it.
Fair enough. So not doing the Black Company playtest, but is one of your most anticipated TTRPGs.
Yeah. I mean, if I saw the chance, if I manage to get to a convention and see the chance to play it, it's like I will leap across the room, barging people out of the way to scrawl my name.
Will you actually leap? Because I would pay to see that. I would enjoy that immensely. Okay.
Dear listener, you can tell us the tabletop RPGs you are most anticipating in 2026 by voting. Link will be in the show notes.
Is there anything else on there that you're looking forward to, anticipating?
I don't know too much about it, but it's by Exalted Funeral, which I have good impression of. It's called Land of Eam, Dungeoneer Adventures.
Yeah, that's on there. Yeah,
and like I'm not really focused enough to really remember stuff, but that does sound very much like the sort of thing that I would enjoy. I'm not quite sure why, but I'm like, oh, that's something. And I'd be quite interested to see what Renegade does with Dungeon Crawler Carl.
That's
Litfic RPG. Like, I mean, because I do enjoy a bit of Litfic. Like, I'm more familiar with Drew Hayes' NPCs. What's it? He Who Fights Monsters by Shirtaloon. Travis Devereaux, I think it is, the Australian. I mean, that's Australian Isekai. And quite frankly, I was like, okay, I like where you're going with this. This is very cool. So Dinner Protocol has promise for me. I don't know it will be good, but it's got promise.
All right. So, if you want to vote in this, you can head on over to the link in the show notes. You can vote for up to 3 games from 2026, and we'll reveal the results live in this very, very show in mid-January. Well, when does it end? The voting ends on January the 8th, so whatever show is the one after that.
The 9th, the next day.
The 9th, okay. We'll reveal on the 9th, January the 9th, we will reveal what the most anticipated games of 2026 are.
There we go. Yeah. And if you want to cast your vote, you must do it now.
And did I mention that I'm anticipating Pioneer?
I am also anticipating Pioneer, very much so.
Well, you're actually able to back it, so that's good stuff. No, I'd love to play that game. That sounds very much the sort of thing that I would have.
Sounds great.
No, it sounds so good. Oh.
Pioneer being the space-based, sort of near-future, hard sci-fi, space-based exploration, sort of NASA-themed game from Mongoose. Powered by a Traveller adjacent game system, as I understand it.
Yes.
Yeah, very much looking forward to that.
They briefly spoke about Pioneer on the interview, not D&D interview I did with them when we were talking about Traveller. So you want a bit of info from the horse's mouth. If you go to the Traveller episode, which was a couple of months ago, they briefly talk about it at the end.
One thing that interests me about that is it's going to be primarily not combat based. Because
a lot of exploration.
Just because of the type of stories that you're going to be telling in that sort of environment. It's not about alien invasions or anything like that. It's about exploration. So it's going to be kind of like non-combat challenges and how you get around those challenges, which I find will be a welcome change of pace for someone who plays quite a lot. I mean, I know there's lots of them out there, but I play quite a lot of basically combat-based TTRPGs. Right. So I'm looking forward to giving that a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed things like I've done LARPs, which like there was one called Contact, where basically I was a facilities manager for a space station, which was surprisingly good fun. Like, due to reasons which I didn't know about with the rest, I was basically cut out the plot, so I had to make my own fun, which was organising and running drills on disposal of hazardous waste material in character. It surprisingly good fun. It was like it was a crossover from my professional skills, so it was like, this is good times. And people were just like, oh yeah, this is pretty interesting actually. Let's go. So sorry. Like I say, it's like the sort of thing that I have a special interest in it, shall we say. Anyway, moving on.